Thank you, Madam Chairman. And thank you for your chairing of this meeting, which I think has been excellent, and welcome to the role. But please bear with me because I'm trying to speak against the amendment, second the motion, and also cover Councillor Sanderson summing up on the motion as she's had to leave. No, speak against the amendment. Will I get the chance still to second the motion? Okay, great. Okay, so on the amendment, I am sickened and horrified by the nature of the speech to propose the amendment and the allegations made against Councillor Sanderson. Let's try and answer them in a measured tone and assume they are genuine misunderstandings rather than an electioneering attempt to sling mud. Both Councillor Sanderson and I, and obviously Councillor Lockney and many others as well, have very deep roots in education. It's been interesting to discover today that I was teaching at Whitehaven Academy when Dr. Harrelson was there. We have personally heard heartbreaking and extremely disturbing and worrying stories from head teachers, along the lines of those described so fluently by Councillor Lockney and those described in the press. Now, the problem we have is that none of those head teachers feel able to represent themselves and to speak out. Many of them are close to breakdown. Many of them are struggling day after day to put one foot in front of another. Councillor Sanderson and I and many others are standing up to present this motion to represent them. And that is why we are doing it. It is our job. Councillor Whiteside got very angry on the issue of vanity projects. So let's talk about them in a measured way. One of the reasons why there is such a shortage of money is the money that's gone into vanity projects under this government. There's been the £350 million extra spent on forcing schools like Whitehaven to become academies. There's been the £400 million taken from basic needs funding to fund the Free Schools programme. This is an administration that has prided itself in not consulting and on running a cultural revolution, ignoring experts and pushing through its own ideological approach. Could easily spend 5 minutes listing vanity projects. But we do have some Conservative ministers who are worthy of respect, who try to pay attention to evidence and who try not to pursue vanity projects. So let's listen to what they've had to say on this issue. In a debate on the 4th of March, a Conservative current Minister in the Department for Education, Will Quince, said, "I genuinely feel we are at a precipice. There is no fat left to trim." And Tim Loughton MP, who's the chair of the Home Affairs Select Committee and was the former Parliamentary Under-Secretary of State for Children and Families, described England's schools funding as a national emergency. We've heard again and again of extra funding, which has not turned out to be real. It's just been movements of money. This is a crisis. The Department for Education has been challenged, it was 5 times in Damien Hines' first year, for misrepresenting statistics. The way in which the original motion was expressed is correct. It's not right to just pander to the government and create a supportive motion that assumes that everything that they're saying is correct and we should build from that. The evidence does not support that approach. Therefore, I would recommend that we oppose the motion, oppose the amendment and support the motion. Thank you.
now that's